Welcome to another video. In this one, we'll show you how to read and write to Salesforce using Date Range Widget. Now, the Date Range Widget can be found under the widgets, and it's available over here. You can drag it across. Now, there are two sides to the coin I'm going to talk about. First one is the get, and then the second one is the push. So, what I'd like you to do, there are actually just two fields really that you can bring back. It can be a start date, end date, or combination of two dates. In my case here, I'm going to use opportunity created date and I'm going to use opportunity close date. These are the two fields I'm going to use as a get, and then I'm actually going to update these fields through that date range widget so everything is seamless and in one transition and easy for you to pick up. So first thing first, what I'll do is I will get a lookup. So let me go and get a lookup and we will pop that over there. And what this lookup is going to do is going to bring all the records from my object opportunity. If I put 1000 in there. And that's it. That's all good to go. Opportunity name. And I just want to bring back the opportunity created date, name, and close date so you can see it. Alright, so that's my lookup configured. And then now what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up my date range widget get, which means we're going to read from Salesforce. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create new. I'm going to choose opportunity, and this one is going to be an auto trigger, and I'm going to say opportunity ID equals my lookup. So whichever opportunity I select from the lookup, those are the date range that will be populated within my date range widget. And what I'm going to do is just going to map the two fields. These are the two only fields that you actually need to map, which is the date range start date and date range end date. They don't necessarily have to be start and end date, but these are the two combinations of date that you need to specify. So for me, it's going to be opportunity created date, and it's going to be close date. So if I click apply, close this, click save, and I'll click preview. So now, as I said, we'll look at this opportunity. This is called the blogs quote opportunity. So I'm going to look that up in my lookup. So let's go and do that. Blogs. Let's see what that brings back. This one here. So I'll choose that one, and you can see there's my created date and there's my close date. If I click apply, you can see now it's mapped the data from Salesforce back into my date range widget. Now the date is off by a day, but that's okay because it's because of the time zone issue within my org, but that's fine. But as you can see, this is how the data has been brought back based off my opportunity because I've mapped the two fields and it's highlighted that in your date range widget. Now, what if I wanted to modify this and push that back into this opportunity? Well, it's relatively easy. So let's say I'll get my button and we'll pop it over here and we'll call this one update op. Right, so now I'll go into my action, Salesforce action. We're going to create a brand new one, push, create new, and we're going to say opportunity, and I'm going to say go ahead and update. You can also create, but I'm just going to update in this case. So opportunity ID equals my lookup value. And then same thing, I'm just going to map the two fields. So the close date is going to be my date range end date. And then created date is going to be my my date range start date, like that. Relatively simple. And then that's done, it's configured, the action is now assigned. Click apply, save. And then let's show you the end result. So first thing first, I'm going to look up my opportunity. There it is. It's highlighted. What I'm now going to do is I'm going to change this. So it's going to be 1st of October, and then my end date is going to be 30th of October. And I'm just going to go ahead and update my op. So now it's been updated. Let's see in the integration log if the update's actually gone through, that there aren't any errors. So it looks perfect, it's done. So if we go back here, So as I said, now before I refresh, I'll show you what two fields I'm updating. It's this one and this one. So really my opportunity credit day should be the 1st and the close day should be the 30th. So let's do a refresh. And after the refresh is done, as you can see, the data has actually updated really nicely. 1st and the 30th, just like that. And if I was to now go back in here, let's say I search for it again, click apply. In fact, let's choose just a different one for the sake of it. Sure, I've got some test opportunities. Alright, so I've got a few here. I'm not sure if this one has anything. I think it just has like an end date. But if we just go back and now relook at our blogs opportunity, you'll be able to see that the relevant data has now been highlighted. Very, very cool. So it's that simple. That's how you do the push and the get within the date range widget.